Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Do we have a good show? Oh, Popey. 33. Save. So, we got some cooking videos to watch today.
In a world of tiny, overpriced fast food burgers, one chili pepper.
So all of my restaurants.
So, we have some stuff to get into today. Some videos for me to review. And, yeah.
A plain pizza is fine.
All right. So I'll give everyone a couple of minutes to come on in here. I'll take a look at it at some point and see if anybody needs to get unbanned or not. I generally don't ban people. The rule is they just go in timeout. But I've had a stressful enough week, so I'll deal with that in a couple of days. All right, that's enough. This is Tony. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. His New York style pepperoni pizza.
Restaurants make a New York style pizza. You know, if it's a 20-inch, an 18-inch, or a 12-inch like we're making today. This goes back to, you know, my favorite pizzeria when I was a kid, Uncle Joe's. It was that cheese pizza that I had when I was a kid, and I'm still making it today. So let me show you how to make it. Let me show you how to make the best New York style pizza at home. Before we start cooking our pizzas, we want to make sure our oven's preheated. We like to set our oven at 500 to 525 degrees.
All right.
And we like to preheat our oven for about 45 minutes to an hour before we bake in it. When I set my baking seals into my oven, I like to position my rack the second from the top, and I like to put my lower rack on the very bottom. So when we cook, we're going to start on top, and then we're going to finish on the bottom and then out. So now we have some dough balls that were prepared 3 days ago. So I'll take off that top.
All right, I love that. I generally do my dough for 72 hours.
Scrape off the sides. I'll add a little bit of semolina over the top, a little bit of flour, pretty much a 50-50 blend. Grab underneath and scrape it, flip it right over. So you can see that bottom of that dough. It's not the prettiest. I'm going to always use my bottom as my bottom, as my top as my top. So a little more semolina and flour, 50-50, flip it back over, and now we're going to start our push. So we landed this on our marble. What I like to do is when I'm stretching a pizza to land it on a surface, like a marble, granite, even stainless. Sometimes it's hard to stretch pizzas on a wood surface. So this is great because it's nice and cool and easy to slide out, especially like with the semolina. Even if you use cornmeal, it's kind of like almost like little ball bearings that it kind of glides over that surface. This dough is semi-cold. I had it at room temperature for about 2 hours before we use it. So when I go to start my stretch, I'm going to create a crust, push down the middle. How thick do I want my pizza? It's really personal preference, so it depends on what you want. You know, do I want to be a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch? I'm going to go for about a 1/4 inch and push down my middle. Flip it over, create a crust, push down the middle. And when I do it, I kind of want to use my body mechanics behind it.
When I started Hexclad Cookware, I wanted to create a pan that took the benefits of cast iron, stainless steel, and nonstick and combined them into one perfect pan, so you never, ever...
I'm not like so much like this, I'm more like this. Flip it back over, stretch, turn, stretch, turn. If you see my hands, left turn, out turn. What do you feel comfortable with? Always around your edge, never in your middle. I'm always around my edge. If I'm hand stretching it, putting my edges around like this, around the edge. Never in the middle. I'm never stretching my pizza in my middle. I'm always around the edge. You don't want it to be a thin middle or a floppy center. So I'm going to stretch it to about 11.5 inches. I may look for some areas that might be a little thin, which could get burnt. And I may want to degas a little bit of dough there. Sometimes if you have a thin layer of dough, either have a kind of an error that, oh, did the oven guy mess up? Or did the person stretching mess up? Well, I'm kind of the same person right now because I'm stretching, I'm going to be working the oven. But if I have a thin layer of dough here, I may want to degas it so I don't have a burnt area that just looks like I messed up. It's kind of one of those things that I look at.
I'm not that picky.
So let's make sure we have enough semolina on the bottom. We're going to go ahead and have about 11.5 inches. Don't worry, I'm going to stretch it out before I'm done. So now we're ready to decorate our pizza. First, we have our make line, ingredients that go on before the pizza is cooked. So we have our mozzarella, our tomato sauce, and our pepperoni. Then we're going to have our ingredients that go on after the bake. We have our dry oregano, grated Romano, and a little bit of garlic oil. So let's start off with our sauce.
I love every single one of those. But, I guess my thing is, why wouldn't you put those on beforehand? I mean, the dry oregano I get, but why wouldn't you put the garlic oil on before? Well, whatever.
Go ahead and add our sauce to the middle. When I sauce, I'm not going to handle it like this. I'm going to actually kind of hold it like I'm holding a pencil or a pen and go around in sort of half circles.
Like I said, I'll go through it in a couple of days. And if I decide you're unbanned, you're unbanned. Unfortunately, Gloop, you're really annoying.
And then go into full circles. And we're going to leave a 1/2 inch border. We're going to add our mozzarella to the middle. Using 2 hands, we're going to go ahead and cover our sauce all the ways to that border. Want to make sure I have a clean border. Now this thick cup and char Rosa Grande pepperoni is the one that I use. But if you're at your own grocery store or you see any type of cup and char or cup and crisp sometimes you'll see in a grocery store, go ahead and grab those. So we're going to be adding our pepperoni, following that sauce line, following that cheese line. And we're going to go ahead and have them touching. You want to have them touching because these cup. So if you don't have these touching and you go every other one, it's going to really feel like you kind of got ripped off on your pepperoni because when they cup, they actually kind of lose space a little bit. So following all the ways to the middle.
You found a new place that checks all your boxes. Now make sure your connected home is ready to go with Quantum Fiber Internet. Smart speaker ready to rock? Check. Gaming console prime.
And we are good to go. So now I'm going to gradually stretch it out. I'm going to grab my peel, lift it up, and pick it up. Now with that weight of those ingredients, I'm going to really kind of stretch out my pizza. Now we're ready to go into a 5.
Unfortunately, my pizza dough, maybe I'll have to learn this technique. But my pizza dough that I'm currently working with is way too wet for this technique.
500 to 520 degree oven. This pizza is going to take about 8 to 10 minutes or until it's golden brown. So now we're going to go ahead and open our oven up, and we're going to land our pizza in or on the top steel, just like that. If you need to position it, just be careful. You can position your pizza a little bit and move it. That's okay. We're gonna go.
This is why anybody that cooks a lot doesn't get burned by hot plates. We've already burnt the hell out of our hands.
Go ahead and close this. Cook it for about 5 minutes. Check our pizza, see if we have to turn it halfway, and then land it on our bottom for the second half of our bake. All right, it's been 5 minutes, and we'll check our pizza. Grab it, turn it halfway, and go ahead and put it back in its spot for another 2 minutes. Then we'll move it down. Okay, now it's been an extra 2 minutes. We'll grab our pizza, go ahead and land it right on the bottom, and just cook it for another minute or so, and then we're good to go. All right, our pizza is pretty much done being baked. Let's go take it to the table. Now we'll land our pizza
You gonna let it rest?
on the board. We'll go ahead and cut, then finish.
Okay, I like to let my pizza rest for just a minute. Maybe 90 seconds.
I'm gonna cut this into 6 slices.
Although I would eat the fuck out of that.
What's nice is you can hear that bottom. You can see it too.
Yeah.
It's nice and crispy. I'm gonna finish it with a little bit of dry oregano,
Okay, that I get.
some grated Romano.
Why wouldn't you put the Romano on before the goddamn thing was cooked? And I get it, the oil is probably going to go on the outside of the crust.
A little bit of garlic oil.
Okay, he did that! Why the fuck would you do that? Oh, whatever, fuck it.
And this pizza is like that slice that you hold up that kind of cracks a little bit, like I mentioned. You want that crack, but it doesn't break. You look at
By the way, people that fold their pizza like that deserve to be kicked in the fucking dick or cunt.
it, it's a crack, but it doesn't break. It's really New York style pizza right there.
Well, at least you use whole mozzarella. All right, next. We'll do these guys, Barbecue Pit Boys.
Gonna smoke me a fatty brisket. I got my barbecue shoes on. Gonna smoke me a fatty brisket.
Welcome to BarbecuePitBoys.com. Today we're cooking up some cheeseburger chili at the pit, and it's real easy to do. All right, now this is.
All right, I'm curious where this recipe is going because, or this video is going because the burgers look done.
Chili. So you're going to need some peppers, and I got some chipotle peppers there. And here I've got some dried
At least he pronounced it right.
habaneros, all right? I'll show you how to cook those up. And here we have a poblano, and we've got a nice chili pepper right there, all right? And for this recipe, you're going to need a red bell pepper. You're going to need a couple medium onions. You're going to need about 6 minced garlic cloves. And here I've got some cumin. You're going to need some coriander. You're going to need some chili powder, of course. Here I've got some oregano. And you're going to need some salt, all right? You're going to need a 28-ounce can of tomato puree and a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And here we've got a couple 15-ounce cans of pinto beans. Now, here's the magic. We've got about 4 pounds of cheeseburgers going on there, and about a third of a pound of smoked bacon. All right, let's put this together. In this bowl now, I'm going to blend 1/4 cup chili powder. All right? There are a lot of chili
Okay, I don't know the size of the man's hand, but that looks a little more than 1/4 cup. But fuck it, it's chili.
powders out there. Choose your favorite chili powder. And to this, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cumin.
I may still do some videos, but yeah, I'm taking a break from live streaming on my main channel.
And here I've got some coriander, about 2 teaspoons of coriander going in there. And I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of oregano in there, all right?
Dude, that's way more than a tablespoon.
And we're going to hit it with about 1 teaspoon, maybe a little bit more salt. And you mix it together any way you want. Good enough.
Scrawny butt, feeling kinda yawny butt, jelly butt, uh-oh, something smells.
Now, in the miracle of time, I've chopped up all the veggies just so to get rid of the boring part. And what I have here I'm chopping is that jalapeno. Now, this is a big jalapeno, right? So you may need 2 or 3 to get about this much in here. And I'm leaving the meat and the seeds in.
Hey, Brian Hicks.
All right? Because I want all this to go in the chili. Oh, yeah. Now, here is that dried habanero. Now, what I'm going to do is roast it just a bit in this black iron pan that's been heating up. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes, all right? No oil, just the dried habanero. All right, a few minutes has gone by, and now I'm adding a couple tablespoons of cooking oil now because we're going to cook down the veggies. Oh, yeah. So here's 1 small chopped bell pepper going in. We like to use the red bell pepper to make it look real pretty. Here we've got some small chopped onions. There was about 2 onions in there. The poblano is going in there with all the white meat and the seed. And of course throwing in that jalapeno on steroids in there. And we're going to saute just for a minute or so.
You know, I hope you actually wash your hands before you touched your face or even took a pee.
All we want to do is release the fragrance.
Okay, not for nothing, but those burgers are still on a hot grill. They're probably cooked to fuck at this point.
Of those veggies, right? All right. Now, I'm going to put in the garlic. About 6 cloves of minced garlic. Now I'm going to add about 2 or 3 chipotle peppers and adobo sauce in here. There's some serious heat in this. All right? But we're adding all types of chili peppers in this, and you choose your favorite peppers to go into this because we want layers of flavor. I'm using several different types of chili.
Gloop, if I wanted to silent descent, all you motherfuckers would be banned.
Peppers makes it good. Now I'm going to add those spices we just mixed up, right? This is where.
Well, spammers. Okay, Power Falcon. Let me clarify what a spammer is, in my opinion. A spammer is somebody that repeats the same thing over and over and over again. If they are at least making different comments, they are not a spammer. They're just somebody with way too much time on their hands. But no. Unless they start repeating the same shit over and over again, they're not a spammer. But I will look at cases at that point. What, do you think I'm afraid of a certain person's soy boy male feminist audience? Oh yeah, I'm shaking in my boots for that.
I like to add them right to the oil, right to the veggies cooking in the pot. And release some more of that fragrance and good taste, man. Man, it smells good. All right, this is what it's about. We're throwing in these cheeseburgers into the pot, just like that. Now, these cheeseburgers are about medium rare. There's a lot of that smoky flavor in these burgers.
What? Oh, my God. Okay, this is the first time in a long time I've had to... we'll see the end product.
That cheddar cheese on there going in.
I don't know why you would do the meat part of this way.
You want to take your masher and mash it up good. Now, doing your chili this way is going to add a lot of that smoky
Why not just chop your burgers up? If you wanted to do it like this.
Flavor, man, into this chili. Oh, yeah. Let's get them all in there. Mash them up.
We can't mash bacon.
In there. Now, if you've never done cheeseburger chili before, you definitely got to check this out. This is some good eating at the pit. Enough said. Those burgers have been mashed. All right, now 1 can of diced tomatoes going in there, about a 28-ounce can, and 1 can.
I'm sorry, but those burgers were roughly chopped at best.
Puree tomatoes, right? And 2 cans, 250.
I mean, if I was to do cheeseburger chili, I definitely wouldn't do it like this. I don't know how the hell I'd do it.
15-ounce cans of pinto beans. Some use kidney. I prefer the pinto beans. Much mellower taste. Doesn't overpower your chili. After all, this is a meat chili here, right? Now we'll give it a good mix.
Boom, internet.
But all you did was plug it in.
Exactly. When we designed the Honda Pilot Trail Sports, we made it adventure.
And now we're going to bless the pot. And I'm using about 12 ounces of beer in here. All right?
That's something I've never added to chili. Maybe it's delicious. Maybe I'll have to check into it.
I want to cook this down slowly for a couple hours, so we're going to bless it with a little bit of beer. Use your favorite beer. All right. Now, here's a little thing we like to do here. Is we're going to take some corn chips, right? And we're going to smash them up in here.
Okay. God, I love these guys. But all you're going to do now is just have soggy-ass corn chips in there. They're not going to be crispy, not unless you... They're just not going to be crispy.
Add that little masa flavor, little corn flavor to this chili.
No, that's not going to add a masa flavor, and masa is a corn flour.
All right. Now, nothing left to do now but cover the pot, and we're going to simmer it, right, for about an hour. You want a slow simmer. Now, about maybe 45 minutes
Okay, it couldn't have been that fucking hot because he picked it up with his bare hands.
is going by. Take a look at this. Starting to come together.
Although, once again, I would probably eat the shit out of that.
Cheeseburgers are breaking down even more. Oh, yeah. You gotta be patient. Man. Put the cover on.
Okay, does that guy just have no feeling in his fucking hands?
All right. About an hour's gone by. Let's take a look. All right. Simmering nice. Give it a stir. Now this whole cook here is going to take a minimum of 2 hours. You can go longer than that. And now we're going to cook it for an hour without the cover on the pot. All right. All right. I say it's time to eat.
No, I'm the only one that has the power to ban. Although I'm getting a little annoyed with the Pooter name. And I may start banning motherfuckers for using it.
Now, take a look at that. This is about 2 hours into this cook, maybe 2.5. Oh, man.
Because it started with Jake just trying to talk over people. And to be brutally honest, I'm getting a little sick of seeing it. So it might be a bannable offense in the near future. Not today, though. Not today.
I think we got to do some dipping. Man. Now, this chili will serve as a good dip, too. Right? Yeah, definitely got to check that out. Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at this sour cream. It's good. But we do apologize for eating in front of you like this, as you know. But we call this Pitmaster privilege. Yeah.
Like I said, I'd probably do it a little differently, but I'd eat the shit out of it. Alright. Okay, this one, I don't know how much I'm going to do, because I really don't want to...
The skin you defended. Protect your skin with Leroy.
I don't... It's cooking with Jack. But it's more of, Jesus Christ, do you not give a flying fuck about your health? And of course I have to fucking pee. I'll be right back. Okie dokie.
You're watching the Cooking with Jack show.
Son of a bitch.
All right, guys. First of all, I want to thank All American Water for sponsoring this episode. If you guys didn't know about them, I've been talking about them when I first moved to Tennessee. They're the ones that prevented my kidney stones by filtering my water in all.
Jack, it's not the water filtration. It's the amount of water that you drink. And why do I think your main beverage is either coffee or some form of soda pop? Could be wrong.
All my house. And I've been with them ever since. So, thank you for being a sponsor of today's episode. Okay, guys, so.
Well, most Americans drink coffee. Again, I don't know about Mr. Jack, but I'm willing to bet he enjoys soda of some sort. This is where I'm going to start to get a little annoyed with him, though. Mr. Scalfani, I am not going to comment on your cooking. I am more going to comment on what you have chosen to make, which is chicken parm. And the ingredients that you have chosen to use with your fucking rapidly deteriorating health.
Two things that go together is Parmesan and chicken.
Yeah, chicken parm. But chicken parm is made with chicken breasts, not chicken thighs. Also, they're boneless. I mean, I'm sorry, but with your fucked up... I don't want to be mean. Given your condition, and that hand is not looking good. Given your condition, how are you going to debone the chicken? I mean, I can do it, but I need both my hands.
And we're doing that today. So come on in close. I'll show you all the ingredients. And I can pretty much eat all this. So I'm pretty excited. Let's do the rundown. The recipe asks for chicken breasts. I'm doing 4 thighs.
Okay. Here's the problem. Chicken thighs are the fattiest part of the chicken. In fact, chicken thighs are about on par with about 80-20 ground beef. Again, I believe your diet would I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I gotta think they're telling you to cut down the salt and cut down the goddamn fat. Chicken thighs are the last things you should be eating.
2 chicken breasts is kind of equivalent to 4 chicken thighs. Boneless if you can get it. I got bone in because I kind of prefer.
Well, then you can't make chicken parm. Because you got to smash the chicken, whatever.
Buying my meat with the bones still attached. You got heavy whipping cream.
Again, an ingredient you shouldn't be using.
Is this what, minced garlic? Yeah. Minced garlic, ranch dressing, chicken
another super salty ingredient.
broth.
The bone broth I'm fine with.
Parmesan.
Parmesan cheese is super fucking salty.
Egg. I may use 2 eggs. If so, I'll add another. And butter.
Okay, depending on the amount of butter, it might be okay. He's going to bake it. All right.
Okay, guys, first thing you're going to do is I got 2 eggs. That's what we're going to dip our chicken in and coat.
And by the way, apparently he is not doing his physical therapy or anything like that to try to get the use of his other arm back.
Scramble those up real quick. We got our Parmesan cheese.
Great! That's enough Parmesan cheese for Biosphere 3.
Gonna take some ranch seasoning. Pour in the mixture.
Oh my god! Oh my...
Just enough to flavor it.
What the fuck is this?
Take a look and then mix that in.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot. I told him I wouldn't criticize his cooking. Fuck it. I guess I'll just go to hell.
All right, guys, if you're doing like me,
he's had 3 or 4 strokes and does nothing to try to recuperate.
And you are doing thigh.
Oh my God. This is not going to be chicken parm. I can see the bone. Okay, chicken parm is you take a chicken breast, a boneless chicken breast, or debone it. You cut that motherfucker almost in half. You butterfly the son of a bitch. Then you take some clear film. You put 2 pieces together. You grab your fucking mallet. And you hammer those motherfuckers thin. You dredge it. You egg it. You bread it. And you bring it over to a pan. A shallow pan, or a pan filled with a shallow amount of oil. And then you fry it. That's chicken parm. I don't know what the hell this is.
Eyes. You can just slice the bone out right there. Just cut along each side and then pull the bone right out. But I'm leaving the bone in. Okay? So what I'm going to do is start with my egg mixture.
Oh, God, no. You're supposed to start with the... Did nobody tell you that flour is supposed to be the first ingredient? Okay, you do you, buddy.
My chicken fully coated. I'm going to show you how to do one. You can do the same on all the rest. Okay? Then I'm going to cover this.
By the way, this is why you do the wet hand, dry hand thing.
And take a little bit and pat it on. Sometimes most of it falls
I'm trying to be nice. 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 I'm trying to be nice.
off. Okay? And then you're going to do that with each and every one of the 4 pieces in the recipe, or the 2 breasts. And this is what it should look like.
Okay, looks like his wife helped him out. That's fine, but this isn't chicken parm. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Go ahead and place this in an oven at 425 and go by temperature.
That's way too hot for chicken. I don't give a fuck what it is. Chicken is somewhere between 225 and maybe 300 at the most. Chicken is not high, hot, hellish heat.
When it reaches 165, the chicken is fully cooked. So, probably about a half hour, maybe a little longer. But could be sooner because your oven could be hotter. So let's put it in right now. So first, we're going to throw the butter in because that tells us when the pot is warming up. Let that go. Once that gets all
What is he making with a half a stick of butter?
melted, or you see it start to melt, then add everything else in. You can swirl it around too if you want. Recipes down below. Do your heavy whipping cream.
What are you? Well, the butter
Got a little
isn't
chicken
melted.
broth.
Okay, the butter isn't melted, and you just added 2 new cold elements.
Minced garlic.
What in the fuck are you making?
And just to add to the flavor, little Parmesan.
Okay,
all right, guys.
So now we're up to about 2,000 milligrams of sodium.
Just came out of the oven. It's about one.
Can I get a... Alright, looks like I can't. Never mind. I thought I could enhance the video. Can I do that in the settings? Can I upgrade this to 1080p HD?
68.
I'm sorry, but that chicken breast right there looks fucking underdone. Jack, if you want, I will buy you a meat thermometer. I'm sorry, but this piece of chicken right here, the one on the left, because I realized I set my pointer not to show. That fucking shit looks raw. Jack, you don't make chicken medium well.
We're now going to top it with this cheese gravy we made. And this is still hot, so be careful. But basically...
You don't... Oh my God, you don't fucking... You don't put a cheese sauce on chicken parm. Oh my God. Well, fuck it. I guess there's so much salt in this, it'll kill whatever bacteria is still living in this chicken.
Basically.
Okay, I'll back it up, Iron Gullet. Specifically for you. Look at the chicken piece on the left and look at the bones. Look just a little bit above there. That is not done. Unfortunately, my view is a lot better than yours. Oh wait, no, I only have the one scene.
It's about 160.
All right, I'll maybe do this one tomorrow. And I'll show you what I mean. But no, it looks bad. Or you can go to his original video. It's bad.
68. We're now going to top it with this cheese gravy we made. And this is still hot.
It looks underdone. Again, you're going to have to look at his video on your own monitor.
So be careful. But basically, it looks loose, but let it cool.
No, that sauce has split, my friend. That sauce is split. It's fucked. It's over. Because you didn't let the butter heat up properly. You didn't form a fucking roux. Even if you skipped the flour, you probably would have been okay with the cheese. You added your liquids way too early, again, before the butter melted, and before any sort of roux was formed.
And the cheese.
So, because of that, the butter was not allowed to do its thing properly. So, yeah, you just have about a half a stick of floating fat.
Inside will thicken the sauce. I'll put a little bit more.
That sauce is split. It's fucked.
There we go. Beautiful. All right. Dip it a little bit in the gravy or the cheese sauce. Test it real quick.
Okay, there's a reason they pulled this far back for this shot. That is fucked.
Don't want to burn myself. We normally give this at Longhorn's restaurant called Parmesan Crusted Chicken. This tastes very close to it.
No, it doesn't, because even the Mexican illegal that's working at Longhorn, whatever, knows how to not split a fucking sauce.
This is really good. And we made it at home. Skin on, skin off, whatever you want to do. Try it out. Very delicious. Very good. I'm very pleased. So have fun with this, all right?
All right, that's it for this one. Now we'll go to the 1980s. Marsha Adams, Amish cooking from Quilt Country. By the way, I hate the Amish.
Funding for Amish Cooking from Quilt Country with Marsha Adams was provided by
Sauter Woodworking.
I'm willing to gamble that cooking shows on PBS from the 80s probably won't trip the YouTube's yellow triangle of doom.
America's Furniture Craftsman.
and by Marilat Industries.
Minnesota does have an Amish colony. Iowa does. Oh, God, there's a few other states.
Industries, America's cabinet maker, committed to quality and a variety of kitchen and bath cabinetry styles.
Hello and welcome to Amish Cooking. Did you ever wonder why the Amish and Mennonites, who are so passionately committed to a simple, austere lifestyle, make such...
By the way, to all you socialists and communist motherfuckers, you can live communally. The Amish and Mennonites do live communally. But you're going to work your ass off for very little money.
Beautiful quilts? Today I'll try to...
I've never really found any of their quilts that beautiful, but you do you, sweetheart.
Answer that question for you while I prepare some of the dishes you might find at a quilter's lunch. The Amish are traditionally recognized for their simplicity, yet their quilts are dazzling in both beauty and style. We, who view them from the outside, see just the plainness of their world. But if you put on another pair of glasses, you can see that their life does indeed have color and beauty. Their appreciation...
Look, I can get behind the handmade quality shit gimmick, but I wouldn't put a quilt like that on my bed. That's just me.
Of nature, for instance, is intensified, for they rely on it to satisfy their visual...
Oh, I know. But the Amish themselves live communally. Meaning everybody helps make pies to sell to jackasses like me. Or to jackass tourists.
...sense. Gardens, fields, tidy farms, or even their prized antique dishes.
I will say, if you do want cast iron cookware, for whatever reason, the Amish sell it the cheapest. Now, I take that back. That was information that's probably 30 years old.
Some of which are decorated with flowers. Let's think about those images while I start the first dish.
No, I'm not going to think about the images. Will you just get to the cooking?
Which I call Country Fair Barbecue. Now, this is not your usual sloppy Joe made of hamburger.
Sloppy Joe made of hamburger and barbecue have nothing to do with each other! Sloppy Joe made of hamburger. That's a new one.
This is a real meaty sandwich of shredded beef and pork, and typical of the...
So it's a shredded beef and pork sandwich. Typically those are usually separate. Either it's a shredded beef sandwich or it's a shredded pork sandwich with barbecue sauce mixed throughout the meat. I mean, you can combine them if you want to. But, okay. Or did you freeze hot dogs?
Sandwiches that you find at county fairs all over the Midwest.
Mennonites use modern technology, but they live and dress like the Amish. The Amish, for whatever reason, don't use technology much past 1870-ish.
And at Mennonite quilt auctions. We'll make the barbecue sauce first. Saute 1 cup of chopped onions in
All right.
2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
And add to that 1 1/2 cups of meat broth.
Okay. It looks like chicken broth, but you know, you kind of need to be specific because beef broth, chicken broth, veal broth, pork broth, all have different flavor profiles. But then again, this was the 80s.
A cup of ketchup.
No, little small on the ketchup, but
half a cup of vinegar.
Okay. Okay. I get. She's going for more of a Carolina style sauce. All right.
Vinegar, incidentally. 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar.
Oh yeah, she's going Carolina.
And a liberal splash.
Carolina style.
Of Worcestershire. I'd say a tablespoon plus a teaspoon. And the spices really are what make this fantastic. We're going to add then 2 tablespoons of brown sugar for richness, and
every sip of water should be worry-free. Culligan reverse osmosis systems reduce more than 70 contaminants for water you love with none of the stuff you don't.
Targaryens are gone. Burn them all!
Well, okay, but Iron Gullet, you can admit the Amish live far more communally than almost everyone else in America. Okay? And again, I don't know the ins and outs of Amish. I don't know if all the money they make from their shops goes into a single pot. I don't know. All I do know is their pies are great.
All of them.
Dracarys. 2 teaspoons of celery salt and paprika, and a 1/2 teaspoon each of chili powder,
Hottest Game of Thrones character? Either Daenerys Targaryen or Marjorie Tyrell. I'm going to go with the Tyrell bitch because she showed her tits.
Cumin, black pepper, and salt. Dump all that in. The meat that we're going to use has been pre-cooked, and start with 2 1/2 pounds of chuck roast.
My mom would just buy a jar of fucking barbecue sauce.
And 2 1/2 pounds of pork shoulder. Now, we roasted this in the oven.
Wait. Whoa. Back up. Back up, bitch. And my mom would have just made sloppy joes. Okay.
Salt and paprika, and a 1/2 teaspoon each of chili powder, cumin, black pepper, and salt. Dump all that in.
So, okay.
The meat that we're going to use has been pre-cooked, and start with 2 1/2 pounds of chuck.
You haven't even cooked the sauce yet!
Roast, and 2 1/2 pounds of pork, of chili powder, cumin, black pepper, and salt. Dump all that in. The meat that we're going to use has been pre-cooked, and start with 2 1/2 pounds of chuck roast and 2 1/2 pounds of pork shoulder.
Okay, those two meats have insanely different cooking times. They taste completely different. And I'm going to honestly go out on a line and say it, are not going to complement each other particularly well.
Now, we roasted this in the oven in a couple of quarts of water for
If I had to guess anyone, this reminds me of one of my grandmas more than my mother in any way.
about 3 hours, so it's very tender. And then it was put in the food processor and shredded coarsely. Don't shred it too much. You don't want little pieces. I'm going to add this all to this barbecue sauce.
It's not a barbecue sauce! You haven't even cooked it! Because any barbecue sauce that can come together in 5 minutes is a tomato ketchup-based sauce. A vinegar sauce takes time! What the fuck is wrong with you? Ugh.
How about this? You can see that it's going to be thick and very, very flavorful. Somebody tossed a bay leaf in on me. Very good. Well, element of surprise in cookery all the time. Now we're going to let this simmer for 15 to 30 minutes because you don't want it soppy, because if it's too soppy or wet, the bun's going to get soaked. So you want it medium thick.
Of course, God forbid you toast the bun.
And since we want to have something to show you what the finished product
No, it's basically her appearance, not her cooking ability.
looks like, we made one earlier. Here it is. Doesn't that look great? And you can see that it is indeed shredded meat. This is not like the barbecue you have in Kansas City at all. That is...
Yes, the barbecue in Kansas City is good. I don't know what the fuck this is, you New England bitch.
Is a big piece of meat that's smoked and roasted for a long, long time. It's another kind of dish, and an absolutely marvelous one, I might add, and we'll talk about it later on. This freezes very well.
Oh God, don't freeze barbecue anything.
The Amish pride themselves in preparing good meals for their families. They value hard work and a job well done.
Yeah, that's why the Amish piss me off.
Yet I have noted that feelings of pride about oneself are frowned upon in their society. However, they are proud of their quilting, and rightfully so, for it serves as a creative outlet for these women who otherwise don't have many. Their cookery really is a creative outlet for them too, as well, just like it is for us. And throughout the years, they've developed many special recipes. And one of these recipes is chicken corn soup.
Oh, God, what is this crap? Although my mom did used to watch her back in the day when I was a little kid.
It's certainly a Pennsylvania Dutch.
I wish I had Doc Brown's time machine. I could go back and into the fucking 80s and 90s. Just rip this apart.
Recipe, as you well know, and it's having a comeback. In fact, all of Pennsylvania Dutch cookery is having a comeback, and it's about time. In my bowl earlier, this is what I did. I used chicken fat because it gives great flavor and color. I used 6 tablespoons of rendered chicken fat and sauteed in that 1/4 cup of onion and a cup of celery and 2 tablespoons of carrot. The carrot's for color. And then we added 6 tablespoons of flour and made a roux and simmered it for 6 minutes. And then added 2 cups of very rich chicken broth. Now we're going to finish it up by this. Use canned corn. Most Amish people would have that on hand. This is a 1 pound can.
Oh, God! Oh, God, the one thing, oh my God, cream corn sent from the devil himself.
Of cream corn and a cup and a half of half and half. Now you could use, if you like, skim milk. I like to be extravagant on these recipes. Use the real thing.
Oh yeah, I'm picturing you the height of extravagance.
Let's stir this now. The seasonings can be pretty much left up to you, but the Amish would use plain ones. A fourth of a teaspoon of black pepper and a fourth of a teaspoon of nutmeg is plenty. And let's add some parsley for color. I have to have parsley. I'm obsessed with parsley, to tell you the truth. We use it by the bushel here. And then let this simmer for 3 to 4 minutes. And then before serving, you want to add the chicken pieces, 1.5 cups of chicken pieces, and it can be from roast chicken or it can be from poached chicken.
It looks drier than fuck. All right, I'm done with this. I can't deal with her anymore. Thank God cooking shows have gotten better. But from 1983, in the Houston area, we have Tom LeMay with Cable Cookery. This was a public access show. Oh, God.
Hello, my name is Tom LeMay. Welcome to this edition of TV10's Cable Cookery here with Tom's TV Dinners. Got a real neat show for you today that's a very Italian, and we're showing some veal Oscar, which is a roast.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Rolled veal, an Italian salad, and also a fettuccine Riccardo, which sounds real good to me. We'll find out how to make that in a minute with Vinny, the head chef there at Champions. Also, you see these bananas and rum and banana liqueur and flambe dishes and all this kind of stuff. Well, Jackie, one of our favorite people from Champions, is also going to show us how to make our famous bananas Foster. We'll be back with those two great chefs and a good Italian meal with a real good dessert in just a minute, right after this message.
Public access didn't have commercials. What the fuck is this shit?
Welcome back to Cable Cookery here on TV10's Tom TV Dinners. I would like to introduce you to Vinny DeLillo, right? DeLillo?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I have a whole lot of trouble with these Italian. It's a pleasure having you on the show. He is the executive chef of Champions Golf Club out here, and the food out there is exquisite. I eat there a lot, you know, through my producers and things like that, and we've got some really neat dishes to prepare for you today. This is the...
It's a public access show. You don't have producers.
First Italian show that we've done. And so what we're going to do today is show you what? Veal Capone? Yes. We're going to show you that.
Every area is supposed to have a public access station. It was part of a mandate from the government in the 80s with cable or something. Every area has these damn things. Cream corn, because sauerkraut I can't even keep down. Well, no, PBS is not public access. Public access was created after PBS. PBS was something different. I think PBS was created during the era of radio. Could be wrong, but...
First, a good Italian salad, and then a fettuccine, right? Okay, well, that's the things that we're going to show you today. Later on, we're going to have a good red sauce type thing for you on some other show, but today we're going to start off with Vinny's famous veal capone, right?
Right.
Tell us exactly what this is.
Okay, basically what it is, it's a veal dish, which is stuffed and rolled.
Rolled around with toothpicks, right?
Right. It's a real basic, easy dish to make.
So, does Tom know how to do anything?
Okay, so you start off with thin slices of veal, right, that have been pounded.
Right.
Okay, now for the essence of time's sake, we've already pounded these. Okay.
Okay, I'll just get right into telling how it's made very easily. First, you lay out your veal on your table, and you place fresh spinach leaves if you can get them, washed and cleaned very well because of the sand in it. And you just lay it out like this. And you grab some prosciutto ham.
Which is Italian ham, sliced real
right.
thin.
And if you find it to be a little fatty, just trim it right off.
You can use regular, like, Italian spices in this, what, oregano and stuff like
right.
that?
Right, oregano, basil, thyme, and garlic, which is probably the basic ingredients for Italian cookery.
What actually is prosciutto? Is it just an Italian ham? Is it cured differently than, like, American hams, or...?
Yeah, not really differently. It's still a salt-based cure.
But it's saltier
and it's hung
than regular hams are, right?
Yeah.
Do they add salt to it?
Yeah, it's set into a salt brine and then hung for 30 to 60 days.
Okay, what is this?
This here is provolone cheese. You can use mozzarella cheese if you prefer, but mozzarella's a little too stringy to use.
Okay, the actual Oscar recipe. Now, Oscar, I'm using Oscar again here. The Capone recipe, does it call for this type of cheese, provolone?
Yes, it does.
Okay, rather than another
yes, it
kind,
does.
right?
Right.
Provolone's pretty easy to find, so you won't have any trouble making these things.
No, I usually go right over to Randall's to get all of what I need. Okay, so after you lay it out nicely, you just take and roll it up.
Where do your seasonings come in? See, we have to season this.
Okay, well,
all right.
Let's go back one step here. First, you season it. I already have a salt and pepper mixture already made up, which you just take and sprinkle on there. Nice and light. I use my fingers. Helps in the seasoning.
We dump a little of this and dump a little of that. So
use your basil. Don't be afraid to put a lot of basil in. The other two seasonings which you have to watch, which will be oregano, which is very strong. So you just want to throw a pinch, just a pinch. And thyme, same thing, just a pinch.
I used to work for a pizza parlor in my younger days like that, and we had a really good pizza recipe that was in, of course, a heavy red sauce, but we used lots and lots of oregano.
Well, for pizza sauce.
You should still be working there. This is a public access show. You're not getting paid for it.
Yeah. You would, but this isn't.
It would take away from the taste of your veal, I guess. Right?
Yes, because veal is very delicate flavored anyway. It's not very strong in flavors. Then just take your garlic and soda.
Okay, now this is minced garlic, right?
Right, minced or pureed in the Cuisinart, whichever you prefer to do. This was pureed in the Cuisinart. And just mainly get the oil is what you want. It's just the flavoring.
And now we've mentioned this on the show before too, that I'm buying now like minced garlic. You can buy it in a refrigerated section, just like horseradish, in your regular supermarket. And I find that
But you have to use it extremely quickly. I go through garlic enough where, and it has to be in oil. If it's in water, it's garbage.
Works real well because.
But now I'm going through garlic so quick, I've just started buying garlic bulbs.
And I don't have to stop and do all this kind of stuff, and it stays pretty fresh in my refrigerator.
Okay? Yeah, I use just fresh.
What do you do? Just roll this up?
Okay, now the important thing when you roll this up, the reason for laying it all out, is the effect you want to get at the end of this presentation, which also makes your dish that much more exciting when it's presented. Okay, you want to make sure it's laying out even, so when you roll it like this, you'll end up with a sort of spiral or spindle effect after it's been cooked. Okay, and then you just stick your toothpicks in it to hold it together so it doesn't fall apart when you go to cook it. Okay, same.
Jesus, imagine if Gordon Ramsay time traveled back and seen these two fucking idiots in the kitchen.
With this one.
You can't ask for anything a little bit more simple than this at home, you know, to taste so good.
It's great for if you want to sort of impress somebody when they come over.
Well, the thing about it, the thing that we're trying to show in Capo Cooking a lot of times is that things that we do are not difficult. They appear to be difficult when you taste them and everything, right? Okay, we've got a hot skillet prepared over here. Let me bring this over. I know this is hot. Okay. Put it what?
A little dash of oil in there. Just a little bit. The reason why you want to put a little oil is so it won't stick to your pan, basically.
Here's this.
Yeah. Okay, and what we want to do with the veal now is just lightly brown it, and you want to finish it off in the oven. Because if you leave it on the stove to cook, what'll happen is it'll brown too much and your inside will not cook. So that's the reason why we do this.
So actually you just turn it over in there and brown it and then put it in the oven.
Right.
And then you come back with the sauce that's over the top, right?
It goes on the bottom.
Okay.
I'll show you why
It goes
later.
on the bottom. We'll see. Okay, you got your credentials for cooking from the culinary.
Why is this guy cooking this on this guy's floating island counter? Cook it on the stove!
Institute, right, Hyde Park.
Yes, I do.
And we've done a couple of other shows with people. Tell us a little bit about that. How long does it take?
Okay, the culinary is it's a 2-year course. You go for 8 months to the actual classes, which change every 3 weeks. You're in a different type of course. After your 8 months are up, you go out and work for 5 months in the field, in restaurant, hotels,
Like it's an
country
assistant
clubs.
Oh, no, Juice. Reading Rainbow ran for like 45 fucking years. I'm not kidding. The only running... Actually, I take that back. The only running longer than Reading Rainbow... No, Reading Rainbow, I think, it's been on forever. Let's see. Reading Rainbow. Wikipedia of the show. Reading Rainbow aired from 1983 to 1999, then transitioned over to PBS Kids from 1999 to 2006. So that would have been 23 years. All right, I was a little off.
Usually, if you're lucky.
Why? LeVar Burton is probably old as fuck. God damn it. I gotta pee again. Alright. God, and this guy owns a restaurant, and this is the type of crap they were able to get away with. Alright, Oh, God, this is... Alright, let's go to the second chef for a minute.
Pleasure.
I want to say thank you, Tommy, but I don't know if I can or not.
It's a little underhanded compliment there.
Time.
Okay, tell us about, I know that you've been talking to me about Cherry's Jubilee and Bananas Foster forever.
Alright, I'm going to stop this video before I have a fucking epileptic seizure. Alright, this video seemed interesting to me. This is Tam Tam Kitchen Oxtail Mac and Cheese. Now, I know oxtail can be delicious. It is a delicate ingredient, meaning really easy to fuck up, and takes a long time. So, all right, let's see what you got.
Family, welcome back to Tam Tam Kitchen. It's delish. So today your girl Tam Tam gonna be making some oxtail, some Jamaican style oxtail, but I'm gonna make it in a slow cooker. I've chopped my fresh seasoning over here, and I've got all my other seasonings that
A slow cooker would actually be a good idea.
I'll be putting on my oxtail. Guys, I'm just gonna throw everything in my slow cooker and let it cook for a couple hours. And in this video, I am gonna make oxtail.
Lady, I'm assuming this is your apartment, that your boyfriend isn't a manager of a fucking furniture store or a Home Depot, but you can take the promotional sticker off your oven.
Mac and cheese. And guys, just thinking about the oxtail mac and cheese, that's gonna taste good. That's gonna taste good. So to all my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do click that subscription button, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And guys, if you have any recipe,
yeah, oxtail is another one of those cuts of meat that take time. That is a, do you have anything to do today? No? Okay, let's do oxtail.
That you want to see Tam Tam cook, just drop that comment below. So stay right there. I am going to show you now how I'm going to just whip up my, oxtail. Yeah, in a slow cooker. It's going to take oxtail tough enough. It's not soft, so it's going to take a little bit of time to cook. And then I am going to show you when I am making my oxtail mac and cheese. All right? So stay right there.
I'm ready for it. Come on.
So guys, now we are going to do our oxtail. Yeah, so I'm just going to, my hands are clean. I'm going to put my oxtail in here. Just pop your oxtail in.
After it. You'll be fine.
Make sure that you wash your oxtail first, always. Wash your oxtail with some lime or lemon or vinegar.
Okay.
With water. So I'm just...
Didn't know that. Okay. Next time I make oxtail, I'll make sure to do that.
Just gonna add some all-purpose seasoning. In this part, it's up to you.
It is good if it's prepared properly. The juice, if it's prepared improperly, it's tougher than fucking goddamn... I don't know, it's tougher than AOC's cunt.
You how much season you want to use, I'm using all-purpose, and I'm using a little bit of chicken seasoning, about 1 tablespoon of chicken seasoning, and I'm using 1 tablespoon of paprika, garlic granules or chops. These are garlics, some grounded ginger, and I am gonna add some jerk seasoning. Yes, guys, I love to use jerk seasoning when I am cooking, so I'm adding my jerk seasoning.
No shit, you're fucking Jamaican.
Yeah. And we are just going to incorporate everything. Yeah, so I'm just going to use my hand to incorporate it. Because I love to use my hands already when I am cooking. Yeah, I don't like to use gloves and those things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just incorporating all my seasoning in the oxtail. So I'm adding a bit of...
Got no problem yet. A little bit of salt.
Himalayan salt. And now I am going to add my fresh seasoning. So I'm just going to add, this is Irish potato.
Okay.
Yeah, so just adding all.
Okay, I want to be clear. She lives in Jamaica. It's probably not an Irish potato. It's probably something from either her island or the fucking U.S. I don't want to call her a liar. For all I know, she went out of her way and got the super expensive potato from Ireland. But, honey, you don't have to. A potato is a potato.
the seasoning. Yeah, so guys, I am just gonna add the rest of my fresh seasoning. So I'm adding my...
Oh yeah, oxtail, if you do not treat it with kid gloves, that motherfucker will turn tougher than shoe leather. You know, it's like eye of round roast. When I use it for a sandwich. Because as a steak, it's useless. As a roast beyond rare, it's useless. It's one of those things that you just have to deal with. It's a sandwich thing. Yeah. There's no fat in an eye of round roast.
Onions.
Well, Irish potato would be a country of origin. Russet, red potato, Yukon Gold, baby red, new potatoes. They're all different types of potatoes.
Sweet pepper, or you can call it bell pepper. So it's just bell peppers. No lies.
No, Iron Gullet. Jerk seasoning is used for much more than jerky.
Chili pepper. And I have some fresh garlic there as well. So use all of your fresh seasoning that you like.
Now, I'm curious if she's going to mix the veggies around or she's going to just cover it and let kind of the natural process go for a little bit. Where the vegetables will start to sweat, which will create water, which will help the meat moisten up a little bit.
And just dash it into your slow cooker. So guys, this is just quick and easy. You know what I'm saying? Quick and easy. So now I am going to incorporate everything together again with my hands. Together. Yeah, just make sure you just incorporate everything. Once you get it incorporated.
Okay, not to be a dick, but honey, why don't you mix everything in a bowl and then dump it in your slow cooker? I mean, I get it. You're creating an extra dish to clean, but this is going to have to slow cook for a long time.
That's what you want to make sure that...
I don't know. Whenever I have to incorporate something with my hands, I like the biggest vessel possible. Maybe that's a me thing, because I actually like this lady.
Everything is combined well. All right, guys, can you see that? I'm gonna put about 4 pimento seeds in there. I'm just gonna put some in there. Just about 6 or 7 pieces of whole pimento seeds. Yeah, just add a little bit.
We don't have pimento seeds here in the States.
Tough dog soy sauce over it. And I am gonna add some browning. So guys, this is homemade browning. Can you guys see that? That's homemade browning. And I'm gonna do a video soon and show you guys how I do my browning. So I'm just gonna take 1 spoon and just put it over my oxtail. Yeah.
Oh, come on. She made her own browning sauce. Please don't fuck this up.
Yeah. I'm gonna take another and put it over my oxtail. And now I'm just gonna use a spoon to incorporate everything because I don't really want it.
Come on, I'm pulling for you.
To be sticky on my hand. So guys, I use sugar to make this. Yeah, so you can make your own homemade browning. You don't have to use a shop bought one. Yeah, so just incorporate everything together like so. Yeah.
I'd like to point out that most American cooks would burn the shit out of a brown sauce.
And I'm gonna add a bit more. Yeah, and I'm just gonna incorporate
By the way, her brown sauce is fucking beautiful.
everything together. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato paste rather than adding ketchup. So guys,
Tomato paste out of the artist tube.
that's it, all done seasoning. And I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil over this.
I really hope she cooks the oxtail properly because I love everything about this.
Just a little bit of olive oil. Yeah, so add your water. This is boiled water.
Okay, fine, not a problem.
Yeah, and just to make sure enough water is in there, so just make sure you just give it a stir. I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna leave it to slow cook. Oh, that's, yeah.
Oh, yes, she left it overnight. Awesome. Leave it on a nice low and slow temperature for hours and hours and hours.
That's it. Can you guys see that?
Ooh, I'm liking this.
Can you guys see that? Can you guys see the oxtail? How? Woo! Wow! Look, it's even falling.
It's falling right off the bone. Oh God, is this making me hungry?
Off the bone, guys. Can you see that oxtail? So, guys, I am gonna take out some of the oxtail so I can separate, you know, the oxtail meat. Take out the bones, the bony bit. Yeah. All you have to do, guys, is just make sure that you take out the oxtail bit, the meaty bit, and you separate the meat from the bone, like so. Yeah, so just, I'm gonna put it back in.
Yeah, the human body can't process the bony bits.
My gravy there. So we are just going to separate the bones and the meat because we're going to put the meaty bit in the mac and cheese. Now we are going to cook our macaroni to make our oxtail.
Okay, my only complaint so far is she has nowhere near enough water for a 1 pound box of macaroni. But maybe the boxes of macaroni are a little different in Jamaica.
Mac and cheese. So guys, just get your macaroni. I don't know what macaroni you guys prefer, but I am just using.
And she's not salting the water. That's the only big criticism I have. Salt the water.
Just use any macaroni, any pasta. Yeah. So this.
That. Okay, I don't know how big that pot is, but that looked like about a pound of pasta. And it's not rapidly boiling water. Okay, my only criticism is your... God damn it, you did so well on the oxtail and now you're fucking up the pasta?
This is 500 grams of macaroni.
That's a little over a pound. Your water should be way higher.
I put in my pot and I am going to add some Himalayan salt to it. And I'm just going to leave it.
Add it before the pasta. It's the water isn't even boiling.
It to cook.
God damn it. She was so good. Oh, damn it. Lady, reach out to me. I will show you how to make proper pasta.
So add your macaroni. And when it's cooked, I'll show you guys when it's cooked. So guys, that's the macaroni.
You never want that. You never, ever, ever want that with pasta. And I don't give a flying fuck if it's Elba macaroni, if it's cavatappi like this, if it's penne, if it's rigatoni, linguine, spaghetti, capellini, or anything else. Anything else. You never, ever, ever want to have cooking pasta like this. Oh, man, you were so... Damn, I was rooting for you. Let's just skip to the end. Oh, actually, let's do how she makes her cheese sauce. Alright.
It is
She fucked the macaroni.
finished. You need to just drain your macaroni, and then we will add it when we do the macaroni and cheese sauce. When we do the cheese sauce, we will add the macaroni.
Oh, another huge no-no. You never, ever, ever rinse your pasta unless it is going into a pasta salad. That's the one time I break the rule.
Add some butter. I'm just using...
Alright, fine. I think that's margarine, but whatever.
Using whole milk. You can use heavy cream, whatever you wish, but I am just using some whole milk. I'm just going to add my whole milk to it, like so. And I'm going to use my whisk and give it a whisk.
You should have added your flour to that before the whole milk, but whatever, as long as flour is coming soon.
Yeah, so...
Also, that's a non-stick pan and that's a metal whisk, so already I'm cringing.
Just incorporate everything together. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. Incorporate it together.
Thank God. You need more, but thank God.
As you can see, it's getting thicker, so just give it a good stir. So add your cheddar cheese and just incorporate it.
Okay, not bad, but you should have shredded it from the block because prepackaged, pre-shredded cheese has, I think, palm dust is what it's called on it.
So in this cheddar cheese is 250 grams, and I use half of it. And my next cheddar cheese, red Leicester cheese, I'm going to add half of it as well. So add your cheese, half of your red Leicester cheddar cheese. And just incorporate everything.
Like I said, there's nothing... This just gets down to me splitting hairs. If I'm making a cheese sauce, it's from block cheese. But then again, I also have a food processor that shreds my cheese in 10 seconds. Or actually less than that. No, actually, somewhere between 7 and 10 seconds. Fuck it.
Guys, as you can see, it's getting a bit thick as well.
Again, there's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, so I'm going...
Outside of her using a metal whisk in a non-stick pan.
I'm going to add some of my pasta water, the water from the macaroni that I...
Alright, I like that, because that adds starch, which will thicken the sauce up, and it will loosen the sauce at the same time.
Just made... I'm just going to add a bit in there just to incorporate everything together, yeah? Because I don't want to use too much milk in my cheese sauce. So the water from the macaroni that I just...
Well, again, there is starch in the pasta water, so that is a thickening agent. So, okay, good move.
All
right,
I use some just to incorporate everything. So just make sure you just whisk your sauce, cheese sauce, until it's well incorporated. You know, melted out. Wow, guys, look at that. That looks so good. 1 tablespoon of soft cheese.
No, your cheese sauce is fine. Why are you adding cream cheese?
Let's add 1 tablespoon of soft cheese and give it a stir. So now I am going to add some all-purpose seasoning. I'm only going to add all-purpose seasoning because remember we're going to use our oxtail.
You're there! It's a mac and cheese! What the fuck?
In this mac and cheese. So just add about 1 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning. And that's all. That's the seasoning that we're going to put in our cheese sauce. No more seasoning. Yeah? So all-purpose seasoning. And that's it. No more additional seasoning to your cheese sauce. Now we are going to add our macaroni to our pot.
God, that pasta looks depressing.
Yeah, so just pour your macaroni in like so. You just be careful with this part.
And if I had to guess, you overcooked
just
it. It looks
pour your macaroni in like so. And now we're going to incorporate everything together. You can use a spoon or you can use the same whisk that we used to.
Just get a spoon.
Whisk it around. Yeah, so just incorporate everything together like so. Yeah, so add your oxtail like so. Just put some of the oxtail in. I'm just gonna put some in, guys, to just, you know, incorporate some of it with the macaroni, and then I am gonna lay the rest of it in the middle of the macaroni and cheese. Yeah, so I'm just gonna incorporate all of this oxtail into my mac and cheese. Yeah, so incorporate your macaroni and cheese sauce.
Although that does look delicious and I'd eat the shit out of it.
With the oxtail. Yeah, so you can get all that seasoning on the mac and cheese. Oh, guys, that looks so delicious. That looks so good. That looks so delicious. That's it. Just incorporate everything. And now we are going to transfer it to the baking tray. And we will be putting it in the oven. Okay, so let me show you guys now. So this is my tray that I'm going to use, the baking tray. So you can butter your baking tray or you put some oil or something in there. So now I am just going to put the...
You never heard of Pam?
Oxtail mac and cheese in the tray to put in the oven, and we are gonna bake it. So just put your mac and cheese in your tray like so. We are gonna add some.
By the way, Alex, I have no idea how you get banned on my main channel, Lord of Patriarchy, but I unbanned you.
Cheddar cheese on top of this. Yeah, so add some cheese. I don't want to add too much cheese. Yeah, so. And now we are going to add more mac and cheese. So add your mac and cheese.
Okay.
Guys, I wish you could smell this. So now I am going to put my oxtail at this point. I'm just going to spread my oxtail over here. Woo! This looks so good, guys. This looks so good. So just spread your oxtail over your mac and cheese like so, you know. Just spread it out, guys. Just spread your oxtail over the mac and cheese, yeah. Don't that look good, guys? That looks so delicious. Look at that.
The only thing I would have done differently is maybe put a dusting of cheese on the top. That's it.
Put some more mac and cheese on top of
she's not done.
The oxtail. Okay. Yeah, so just spread it all out. So now just add your cheese. Just add your cheese like so.
Okay, I thought
guys,
cheese was done.
I know this is gonna be good. I know this is gonna be good. Now we are going to put this in the oven. So put your mac and cheese in your oven.
Yeah, there's a difference between being kicked off a platform and being kicked out of one channel of many.
And we are going to leave it for 20 to 25 minutes. So I'll show you guys when it is done.
Again, they still have this promotional sticker on. Is this chick cook? Whatever.
So guys, my mac and cheese is finished. So guys, now I am gonna lay this mac and cheese. Oh, yeah man. Mac and cheese up it up. So I'm just gonna take some of my mac and cheese out and put it in a bowl. So wow, that look good. That look so good. So guys, I'm just taking out some of the mac and cheese like so. Woo! Look at that, guys. Mac and cheese look good.
I'd eat the shit out of it. But this is where we must have our parting, dear viewers. Because this is about the end for me. So, good night, everybody.